Okay, let's find the mean, median, and mode from a stem and leaf display. Okay, first of all, let's remember how to read this. This would be 12, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. The next would be 20, 22, 23, 24, 24, 25, and so on. Okay, our last number would be 72. Now, when we find the mean, what you need to do is add all of those numbers up. I broke it down by parts. If I added 12, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, I got 92. If I added all my 20s, I got 277. When I added all my 30s, I got 306. And when I added all my 40s, I got 306. When I added my 50s, I got 220. My 60s was 122. My 70s was 172. And adding all of that up was 1395. Now, to get the mean, you have to be careful because you want to do this total divided by how many there are. So then I had to go through. Don't count the stems. Remember, this stands for 12, 14, 15. If you count, and I'm going to put a box around it for you. If you count just from here to here, okay, because these are your stems, those are your leaves. If you count, there are 40 numbers. So that's what I was doing here. All right, I had to divide by 40. Remember, it's the total divided by how many there are. You get 30.4.875. Most statistical classes want you to go one more place than the data. So since all the data was in whole numbers, they want you to go to the 10th place. And this would be 34.9. Since you have an 8 here and a 7 on the right, you round up to 9. Now, you can leave it. If they don't ask you to round it, you can leave it. But if they ask you to round it, you go one more than the data. So if all the data are whole numbers, you go to the 10th. Now for the median, I know half of 40 is 20. Okay, so if I count over, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. That should be 20 right in there. So let me double check the last part. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So it's between 21 and 22. Okay, it falls in the middle. So for the median, I'm going to do 21 plus 22. And that gives me 43. And I'm going to divide that by 2. And let me use the divided by symbol like we did above. Remember, you add them up, divide them in half. So you divide that by 2, and you end up with 21.5. So the median is between 21 and 22. That would be 21 and a half. Now the mode is the easy one. You look up here and you see which one was repeated the most. I see 3 9s right there. Let me get a different color. I see 3 9s. So 29 was repeated 3 times. Let's see if there's any more. 2 6s there. 2 4s, 2 5s, 2 5s. Yep, that one's going to be repeated the most. And remember, your stem for that was 2. So 29 would be the one that you see the most often if you were to write them all out. Everything else was only repeated twice or once. That's how you find the mode.